Hello and welcome back to the course. Super excited to have you here. We're going to have a fun tutorial, and today I will show you how to install MetaTrader 4 on your computer or MacBook, and also how to get a free demo account with my favorite broker. So let's dive straight into it. We're going to start off by bringing up a browser. And here in the address bar, we're going to type in the following URL: www.axitrader.com/forexbot. So once you've typed that in, go ahead and click enter to load the page. Now, if we give it a couple of seconds to load, once the page is up, what you can see here is a portal where you can download the MetaTrader 4 platform. Now, right away, I'll draw your attention to the fact that the URL has changed slightly, and that's okay. AxiTrader has added my code here, so that's my code in their system, and that means that they will know that you're a ForexBot student, and whenever you need to talk to them or you have any questions for support, they'll always be able to bring that information up very easily. Now, if you scroll down here, you'll see that this is a page that AxiTrader has designed specifically for you guys, specifically for students of my Forex courses. Here you can see my photo, and here there's AxiTrader, there's ForexBot. The AxiTrader is my preferred broker. There's lots of great things that I can say about them, and they have been kind enough to develop this page specifically for us. So here you can come in and very easily download the MetaTrader 4 platform. Now, before we download the platform, I would like to show you that if you scroll down to the very bottom, here you can find the product disclosure statement and the financial services guide. These are two documents that AxiTrader, being a regulated broker, is legally required to provide you, and I just wanted to show you that they're here and at any point in time you can go ahead and download them if you need to refer to the PDS or the FSG. Alright, so going back to the top, let's get this demo account. In order to get it, we need to type in our name, surname, email address, phone number. Okay, so don't forget for the phone number to put in the area code of where you're residing, so that they can always contact you if you have some questions or issues or you need some help. And by the way, they're great guys at AxiTrader, and by providing this information to them, all you're doing is you're showing them how to contact you if you have any issues, if you need any help. And even on a demo account, they will go out of the way, they will do everything possible to help you out, answer any questions, resolve any technical problems you have. So it is a good idea, if they have the correct information, to get in touch with you if they need to do it very quickly to help you out. All right, so here don't forget to select the country. Now, AxiTrader doesn't work with US residents, so you can select United States of America here, and you will probably get a demo account. So you can't open a real account if you reside in the US, but most likely you will be able to get a demo account and still follow along with the course. So give it a shot, and most likely you will get that demo account. And yeah, so once you've selected the country, click start your free demo, and what will happen is AxiTrader will email you your demo account, the installation, and also your credentials. So there we go, everything is ready. Now, once you've completed that, and if you go and check your email, you will see an email like this. So this is an email from AxiTrader, and it might take a couple of minutes to come through, but it will get there. Make sure to check your junk, spam, promotional materials, folders, and so on, just to make sure it doesn't get lost. So once you scroll down, you'll see a pleasant surprise, and this is one of the reasons why I like AxiTrader, is because they actually provide a version of MetaTrader 4 for Mac. Now, MetaTrader 4 is not natively available for Mac, but they've gone out of the way to create an installation package that allows you to install MetaTrader 4 on Mac, so it saves you a lot of trouble and a lot of research that you would have to do on your own. So that's one of the ways that they take care of their customers. In this course, however, we'll be using the Windows version, so I will be using the Windows version. You can go ahead and use either version, whichever one is suitable for the machine that you're working on, but I'm using a Windows machine, so I'm going to download this Windows version. So as you can see, the file is downloaded over here. It's a very small file, and that's because it's just a internet installer, so it'll download more files as we proceed with installation. Now down here, you'll see that you've got your account details, and we'll get to that in a few seconds when we have installed MetaTrader 4. So let's go ahead and proceed with the installation. Now, I've got the MetaTrader 4 setup file here. Let's double click it. And we get a window like this where we can read through the license agreement. So once you've read through that and once you're happy with it, if you're happy with it, click this yes button. Now, if you would like to change the default path where MetaTrader 4 is going to be installed, then you need to click settings. And here you can specify the path where to install MetaTrader 4. I'm not going to change anything here. I'm just going to click next. And as you can see, more files are being downloaded and the terminal is being installed. Actually, there we go. It was that quick. It's finished. So now this window will close. And as you can see, a new shortcut has appeared. So now if I double click it, what we'll see is MetaTrader 4 pop up. Awesome. This is exactly what we want to see. Now, MetaTrader 4 is prompting us to open an account, but we don't want to do that because we have already opened an account. So we're going to close this window. And then we get a new window where MetaTrader 4 is prompting us to enter our credentials to log into our account. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to go back to our email, and here we're going to find our login, which we'll copy and paste into the login. Then we'll copy our password, paste it in, and the server is US03 demo. So let's find that over here. So US03 demo, and let's click login. And there we go. So you heard that sound. That sound you're going to hear often. And as you...
Incoming mail.
There's another sound. That's your MetaTrader 4 mailbox. If you hear those two, hooray, everything is fine. Everything's working. So you can also check by looking down in the bottom right-hand corner here. You can see those green bars and the connection status over here. So everything's working. So congratulations, your demo account is opened. So here you can see that this is my demo account. It's got my name here, and I have $50,000 here. Now, what you will notice is that the currency of the balance is Australian dollars. Now, for the most part of the course, it won't make a difference, except for if we're performing some calculations to calculate risks and exposures and things like that. So in those cases, just make sure to follow the formulas and then make that additional conversion into Australian dollars. And plus, this is a demo account, so if anything, it will just prompt some additional currency conversions, and that'll give you additional practice in how to do these sorts of things. On real accounts, AxiTrader is able to accept deposits in many different currencies, including the American dollar. And so that brings us to the end of today's tutorial. Feel free to proceed to the next one. But if you want to stick around for an extra couple of minutes, I wanted to address the question, why AxiTrader? So why exactly are we opening a demo account with AxiTrader? So I'm going to bring up a page here. So forexboat.com/brokers is the URL. And here I have a whole article about AxiTrader and why I think they are one of the better brokers out there and why I like them. So in this article, I actually went through a review. So I reviewed AxiTrader for 3 months and I tested them, and I came up with 4 factors that instill this trust in me for AxiTrader. So there are quite a few things in this review. It's quite an interesting read, and I found some great things about them. For instance, even though they're an Australian broker, they place their servers in the US, right? So that makes them closer to their liquidity providers and allows for faster execution. So, you know, they are taking care of traders in that way. Also, they are heavily regulated by ASIC, which is the Australian Securities and Investments Commission. So ASIC has very stringent regulations, and AxiTrader has to follow them. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. You get Australian regulation, plus you get very fast execution. But probably the most important part is that AxiTrader have great customer service. So they've won lots of awards for customer service, and they are there to help you. And because we're, you know, starting out into Forex, we're beginners, we're practicing, this is very important. When there's somebody there to hold our hand, to assist us if there's any problems with our MetaTrader 4 platforms, or if we need an extension to our demo account. By the way, it's a 30-day demo trial, but if you want to extend it, just give them a call, explain the situation, explain that you're learning, you're with ForexBoat. They'll be able to see that in their system, and they'll happily extend your demo account for as long as you need it to keep practicing. So they're great guys, and I just want all of us to be taken care of and be in a place that's not going to take advantage of us, but rather is going to help us, and hopefully in the long term look forward to building long-term relationships with us. So there we go. That's AxiTrader. Maybe check out this review if you'd like to, but in short, in a nutshell, that's what AxiTrader is about. Great customer service and building long-term relationships. All right, there we go. MetaTrader 4 ready and installed, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next tutorial. Until then, happy trading. Hello and welcome back. In the previous tutorial, we learned how to install the MetaTrader 4 terminal and open a demo account. Today, we're going to learn how to navigate the trading platform. So I've got the MetaTrader 4 platform open in front of me. Let's have a look what it's got. So right away in front, you've got a chart, and most likely your chart is black in color. And that happens when you open up a new chart. By default, they're black. So we'll have a look at how to change the color in a minute as well. Up at the top, we've got a panel, which most programs have. Then we've got some toolbars over here. On the left, we've got a market watch window. Then we've got a navigator window below that. And then at the bottom, we've got a whole panel of windows, which are trade, exposure, account history, news, and so on. And of course, in the middle, we have the main chart. So let's start with the chart. How do we open a new chart? Right now, we've got the Euro-Dollar 1 hourly time frame chart open. Let's see how we open a new one. Well, in the Market Watch, we right-click on the currency pair that we want to see, and we click Chart Window, and the window pops up. As you can see, the window is right away black, and that's the default color for MetaTrader 4. You can change that very easily. Right-click on the chart, go to Properties and Color Scheme, and then change it to whichever one you want. You can specify your own scheme on the right here. Then we click OK, and we've got the chart. So next, also, we can go to Properties, Common, and if we uncheck the Show Grid, we won't see the grid in the background because it can be distracting at times. So that's good. By default, as you can see, the chart that was open is the British Pound Dollar 1 hourly time frame chart. So how do we change the time frame of the chart? Well, this panel over here, let's get it done and dusted right away. It tells you which time frame of the chart you have opened, and you can change the time frame by simply clicking. And as you can see, as I click, the chart changes and adjusts to the right time frame. Sometimes data has to be loaded, and you'll get this warning message. All right, while that's loading, let's have a look at the other panels. So we've talked about the Market Watch. On the bottom here, we've got a tick chart if you want, but that's when the market is open. Because it's Saturday, we can't see anything here. But generally here you can see every single tick that comes for this currency pair. So let's go back. The navigator is an interesting one as well. You can change your accounts here once you've entered them at least once. You've got some indicators here which you can drag onto your chart. Let's, for example, drag a random, not that one, let's try this one. This one's pretty. This indicator, as you can see right away, we've got an indicator on the chart, and this indicator probably will look better on the black and white, on the green and black. See, it's a really pretty indicator there. You can drag, let's do one that we're familiar with. So in the trend, we've got moving average. We drag it onto the chart, specify the width so we can see it, and there you can see our moving average is there. If you want to delete an indicator, right click it and click delete indicator. Okay, so we've got the moving average. As you can see, everything is pretty simple. It's very easy to get around here. All the indicators are here. Expert advisors, so I wouldn't advise using these because these are the default ones and they're not very good. They'll just lose your money, so probably don't even look in there. Scripts, also not at this stage. We don't need any scripts right now. Okay, so what have we got next? At the bottom, you've got your account state. For example, any open trades will be in the trade tab. Exposure is a new tab in the recent builds of MetaTrader 4. So it tells you once you have open trades which currencies you're exposed to. Account history, it's got some just general basically trades that you've already conducted if you have conducted any, and so on. So the news, alerts, mailbox, market, you can explore those. They're not that important for your trading. Maybe the journal is important because it tells you exactly what's happening on your charts and what is like if there's any take profits or stop losses and so on. So that's maybe an important tab as well. Alright, so let's move over to the top now. At the top we've got the file window, file menu. I don't really use that. It basically doesn't have anything helpful except for open account. So if you want to open an account, open a new account, you can open one here. Or if you want to log into an account, you can log into account here. If you have your credentials and you have your server, just basically log into account and it will appear over there. Next, the view. This one might be useful for you if you're from a different country and your home language is not English. You just basically use any language, and they've got a big variety, big selection of languages here. Next, so in view, anything else? No, we'll talk about all of these just now. Then insert, you can insert indicators this way as well. So the most recent ones, I think, are over here, and then you can pick in the same way as we just did. You can pick the indicators from here. You can also insert other things like lines, but we'll talk about that in the panels down here. Insert lines, channels, like different elements of analysis, technical analysis. Maybe the only one that is useful from here is shape. So if you want to insert a rectangle, you can, and then if you double click it and then you go to properties, you can change the color if you want. If you want to highlight something on your chart. So I'll just delete that, it's distracting. So insert charts. Actually don't use this one because all of these options are actually available here, and we'll talk about them. Tools, this is an important one. So your options, your terminal options are here, and you can set these up if you want. I actually don't think you need to adjust anything here. Maybe change your account server if you need to, but once again, you can do that in the menu we looked at previously. Okay, and history center, that's if you want to upload history or change it, so we're not going to look at that. We're not going to look at any of those. Window, to be honest, this one can help you tile your windows. Like if you have several windows open and they're messy, you just click here and you click like tile windows, and as you can see, they're right away adjusted into a nice neat fashion. Or you can tile them like this, or you can tile them whichever way you want. And help, there's always the help topics. If you get stuck with a client terminal, there's some really good instructions on how to get around and topics that will help you find your way. Okay, so we'll finish off today because this tutorial is getting quite long. And in the next tutorial, we'll talk about these elements of the navigation over here in the quick panels. Okay, I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, happy trading. Alright, so now we're going to talk about navigation of MetaTrader 4 using the quick panels over here. So I'm just going to open up, expand one of the charts, and the quick panels, you can, there's 4 of them right here by default, and you can just take them and drag them wherever you want. So like I can put it here and like undock it. I can put it back in here. You can put it at the top, wherever you want. So let's just maybe take them out so we can focus. The first one is add a chart, and you can just basically quickly choose a chart you want to add. If you want to close the chart, just click this cross over here at the top, and the chart gets closed. So that's an alternative to adding charts through this list over here on the left. The second one is saving and loading profiles. Don't need to focus on this right away, but if you have like a certain number of charts opened up and you want to save that kind of view, then you can save profile as, and then you can load your profile if you want to. I don't really use profiles that much, but you might find it handy. Okay, so Market Watch. This basically switches the Market Watch on and off. As you can see on the left, the Market Watch is disappearing. So if one day you by accident click this cross and Market Watch goes away, don't worry, you can always bring back by just clicking Market Watch. Alright, so this crosshair, it opens up a data window which is not open by default, so let's click that. And what that does is, right now it's empty, but as soon as your mouse is on the chart, as you can see, the values in the data window are changing, and it's basically showing you quickly what the open, high, low, close, and volume are for the chart. And that's a very quick way to get the information instead of having to look up every single bar. And as you can see, if you just hold your mouse still, this same information will pop up in a small little window beside your mouse. So let's get rid of the data window. Next one is a navigator. Once again, gets rid of the navigator, puts it back. Next one is the terminal box or terminal windows at the bottom. So if you don't want them, if they're taking up too much space, just get rid of them and then you can bring them back. So anything that you get rid of, you can bring back. That's the terminal window. This one is the strategy tester. So it brings up another window at the bottom over here. And here you can test expert advisors, and this is the part where you do your kind of preparations for algorithmic trading. We're not going to talk about that in this course. I have a separate course on this. It's called Use MetaTrader 4 Strategy Tester Like a Pro. It's quite a complex beast, so if you do want to get into strategy testing, then check out that other course. For now, we'll just close the strategy tester. And this button is a new order button, so if you want to open a new order, you click that button and you can open a new order. And we'll talk more about this when we're performing live trading on our real Forex account in the next section of the course. So Meta Editor brings up a separate window where you can create Forex robots, indicators, and scripts. You can program things and deploy them on your account then. Once again, we're not going to be talking about that in this course. If you are interested, check out my other courses. For example, the green one is on programming expert advisors in MetaTrader 4. So we're going to close that for now. And the last button here, auto trading, when you bring this back here, it becomes a big button. It basically says whether expert advisors are allowed to trade on your account or not. Right now it's off and kind of protects us from accidentally launching a Forex robot on the account. Okay, so we've done that one. Now next one is this one over here. So the first three are pretty straightforward. It changes the type of chart. So if you zoom in using these two, let's zoom in. And so now you can see that we've got a bar chart in front of us. Well, if we click this button, it'll become a candle chart. And if we click this button, it'll become a line chart. So I'll just zoom out a bit. So here you see a line chart, you see a candle chart, and a bar chart. These ones we've already done. They zoom in, zoom out. This one tiles windows, like as we talked about in the previous tutorial. And then, okay, this is quite an important button over here. So let's go back to this chart. This button, this green button, basically what it does is it auto scrolls your chart. So when the markets are open, like today's Saturday, they're not, but generally when they're open, you get new ticks all the time. And if this is on, your chart will just keep moving. Like for example, just keep moving like this all the time when new ticks are coming. It'll just keep like fast forwarding to the right. And if you don't want that, if you want to scroll to the left and see what's going on, then just unclick this button and you'll be able to scroll without the chart auto scrolling back to the right. And this button gives you a bit of a shift on the right. So watch when I click it, what happens. So I click it and the chart shifts to the left, basically giving me some extra space to analyze, like to see the end of the chart, because like this you can maybe not really see it. It's hiding it behind there. And once you've clicked this, there's a little triangle up at the top, and you can move it around, and your chart shift will change and giving you more or less space depending on what you need.
Indicators basically brings up an indicator you can add to the chart. So that's the third way of adding an indicator to your chart. This one changes your time frame, but you don't really need that because you have these buttons up at the top here, which we've already talked about. This last one also working with templates. Okay, so that's done. We've already done this one with the time frames. The last one we have to do is line studies. So here you can, the crosshair, you click it and it will add a crosshair to the chart, and then if you click and hold, you kind of can measure distances on your chart if you like. Same thing if you just middle click your mouse, click the the scrolling wheel on your button, you'll get a crosshair. So this vertical line, it adds a vertical line to a chart. Horizontal line adds a horizontal one. If you want to delete it, you double click, or you right click and you click delete. So if you want to change something about it, then you double click it and then you go horizontal line properties. You can change the color if you want, you can change the width and things like that. This is a diagonal line, so a trend line. What's important about it is by default, so I'm going to just delete this one. By default, your trend lines will be raised, so a lot of traders have trouble with this. By default, they're like going forever, so you can't see the end of it. So if you want to change that, you double click your trend line and you go into parameters and you uncheck ray, then it becomes like just a small trend line, which is much better, much easier to operate with. And then if you want to like do a channel, you click it and then you click control and you copy it, and then you have the same angle and you have a channel. And the rest of them you don't really need to worry about them. Oh, actually this one's quite important, Fibonacci retracement, we'll be talking about it. So you pull it from somewhere to somewhere and you'll have Fibonacci retracements automatically pop up, but we'll talk about it in more detail when we get to the live trading section of our course. Also you can add labels, so this is a text and this is a label. So a label moves with the chart or stays on your screen. The text moves with the chart. So that's if you want to make some certain highlights and things like that. Then you can add arrows and thumbs up and thumbs down. So this is all graphical analysis and markings. Okay, so hope that's helpful. MetaTrader 4 is generally very easy to navigate, and if you spend 1 or 2 hours just playing around with it, and after you've watched this and the previous tutorials, you'll very quickly get the hang of it and you'll know what's happening. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment or a question in the comment section to this video, and I'll definitely help you out. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you next time, and until then, happy trading.